Wajir County, where voting in the Wajir West by-election kicked off today as residents trooped to polling stations to cast their ballot. Now, long queues were witnessed in various polling stations across the constituency, even as IBC raised concern of a low voter turnout due to the prolonged drought. Now, some residents complained that some of the polling stations also witnessed technical mishaps as the biometric voter identification machines failed to work. And NTV Silas Paul is in Wajir and now joins us for the latest. A very good afternoon to you, Silas. Any developments so far?
Yeah, good afternoon to you, Zainab, from Wajir County, where we've been following up the by-elections coming up. Right now we are at Kalkash Primary School, which is one of the polling stations that have been set up by the IBC. As I've said it in the intro, the polling stations opened up about 6 a.m. in the morning today, as has been the custom with the IBC and the voting process. The challenge, of course, IBC said was that they expect a bit of low voter turnout because of the drought situation that has been witnessed in the county for a while now. That is still persistent. There are also issues of the technical issues that had been raised early on by a number of aspirants and even residents who voting in terms of the preparedness by the IBC. IBC yesterday, of course, said that they'll be relying also on the manual system if the electronic ones fail, and quite a number of issues that had been raised yesterday, the IBC said it had addressed. So today the voting has been going on smoothly. Of course, there are other areas that we've been experiencing low turnouts, just as had been anticipated by the IBC. But IBC say that this is not something new, as you know, has been witnessed in other by-elections, specifically in Embakasi South and even the Ugenya by-elections, where IBC raised concerns with the low voter turnout. So they say it's not something that it's quite an issue. I remember this constituency has about 27,544 registered voters. That is according to the latest statistics by the IBC. And just joining me right now is the senator of the county, who is just going to speak to us about how the voting process has been today, and if they're satisfied with the ongoing voting process, and if they're satisfied with the preparedness by the IBC in today's election. Welcome to NTV, Mheshimiwa. First of all, just tell us, did you vote today? And if you did, how was the process like for you? Could you describe for us the process?
Thank you. I did vote today, and I voted in another polling station just next to this place. As far in that polling station, things were smooth and there are very few people, as you said. So obviously the voter turnout in some of the areas is very low. But in other areas which have a bit higher voter turnout, like this one here and Wajir Girls and some others which are within this town, the machines are very slow. And people are complaining, and all around here for the few minutes I've talking to people, they're saying that they have a problem and it is very slow. So that one, I think I will urge the IBC to work on that and make sure that at least, as you can see, the sun is very hot. People are suffering and they have come out in numbers, and in those areas where they are available, if they are not able to vote, then that would be unfortunate. Otherwise, all over, there are small areas where people, small skirmishes here and there, but there's nothing much. Security-wise, things are not bad, and I urge everywhere, the people who are voting today, they should be peaceful. I'm a Jubilee senator. And the two members who are now on there are 4 of them, 5 of them, but only 2 are now supposed to be in the ballot. But of course, even those ones who withdrew are there. That's the Jubilee candidate Kolosh and the Kanu candidate Ibrahim Sheikh. Both of them are handshake group. So I'll just say that may the best one win. That is why I'm here, and I'll try and go around, or at least some of the polling stations in town. I've not ventured out of town, but just within town, and then just try and encourage people to be good to one another. This is not the end of everything.
Okay, there have been concerns that have been raised, especially with those who are moving the pastoralist, and IBC says that it was going to have mobile polling stations. What is your assessment of that? Has that happened, and what is the update so far?
The update so far is that, the polling stations mobile are there, but the people are very far, and I don't think that will be very helpful in most of these areas. But it will not be worse, at least it will be better than without it. But you start a new polling station, and that one will have to deal with, possibly the mobile will have to deal with a certain polling station. And people, when they hear of that, they will come from everywhere, and some of them will in the process might not vote. So I hope they direct the mobile polling stations to the right places where majority of the people are. But since people are mobile and they are nomads, yes, but when they are going round, they did not know where they will vote. So we might lose a lot of voters.
Asante sana mheshimiwa.
Asante bro.
Okay.
Nashukuru.
All right, Zainab, there you've had it. Still concerns being raised about the low voter turnout. So we expect we'll be just keeping tabs to see what happens. IBC, of course, I say this is not something that is going to affect the voting, of course, going forward. So we'll be keeping abreast with this. We expect the polling stations to be closed by 5 p.m. A bit of a scorching sun, but the residents are adamant that they must elect the member of parliament today, irrespective of the weather and whatever comes. So we'll be keeping abreast with that. We'll be moving to the constituency tallying center to give an update of what is happening and as the figures stream in. Back to you, Zainab.